It is almost midnight on the 29th of March, 2026, and honestly, I just want to sit here and talk to you for a while. Not in a scripted or polished way. Just real talk, the way I would if we were sitting across from each other somewhere quiet. Because lately, quiet moments feel rare. Everything around us seems loud, uncertain, and a little bit scary, and I think a lot of people are feeling exactly the same way right now, but nobody really wants to say it out loud.
So I will.
Let me start with something small that happened to me today. I went out to buy sweet potatoes. Just 1 kilogram.
Simple, right?
I usually buy from a store I know, the one I trust for fair prices. But that store was closed today, so I walked to the one nearby. Same product. Same 1 kilogram of sweet potatoes. But the price was double. The store I usually go to sells it for 25 pesos per kilogram, and the next store over was charging 50 pesos for the exact same thing. 50 pesos for sweet potatoes. It is one thing to read about inflation online. It is another thing to feel it standing in front of a vegetable display with your wallet in your hand. And it is not just sweet potatoes. Rice, which is the center of every Filipino meal, has become noticeably more expensive. The last time I bought rice, the cheapest option was already around 55 pesos per kilogram. Not long ago, I was paying around 36 pesos. Rice is not a luxury. It is a staple. When staple foods become harder to afford, it is a sign that something larger is shifting in the economy. I also saw a post online about fuel prices, and the numbers were jarring. Gas prices appear to be nearing double what they used to be, and you can feel the ripple effects everywhere. When transportation costs go up, the cost of moving goods also goes up, and those extra costs get passed down to the person shopping at the small store in a rural area, like where I live. You pay for it even when you are just walking to the store. Someone posted that we should cancel April Fool's Day this year because nothing anyone could invent as a joke could top what is actually happening in the real world right now. It made me laugh, and then it made me feel something heavier. The line between unbelievable and normal has completely blurred. I teach English online as my main source of income, and I have noticed that the number of students booking classes has been going down. It makes sense. English classes are not a necessity for survival. When money gets tight, people cut back on extras. But there is an unexpected side effect. Some students used to come just to test the tutor, or to be difficult. When money becomes tighter, those kinds of students disappear first. The students who remain are the ones who are genuinely motivated, making the classes more meaningful. Personally, I have been trying to stay grounded in my garden. I have been planting more sweet potatoes. Sweet potato leaves are incredibly nutritious, easy to cook, and they grow quickly. I eat them myself, and my dog Shiro loves them too. Growing your own food is one of the most practical forms of financial resilience. You are reducing your dependence on store prices that you cannot control. Something else I have been thinking about is the mental pressure. There is a certain kind of anxiety that settles in when the basics become uncertain. It takes up mental and emotional space that you did not budget for. That stress is damaging to your health. I feel it too, but I have learned that the best response to an unstable world is to build as much internal stability as possible. That means staying consistent with my work even when bookings are fewer. It means posting videos even when the numbers are small. It means feeding my pets and walking my dog even on the days when I do not feel like moving. These things are the scaffolding that keeps a life from collapsing. I also want to be transparent about why I use a text-to-speech reader. I have a history of vocal nodules, which are small growths on the vocal cords from overuse. Recording long videos on top of teaching classes puts too much strain on my voice. Using a reader is a protective choice, not a shortcut. The stories are still entirely mine. We are living through a chapter of the world that future generations will read about in textbooks. The pressure is real. But so is the fact that many of us are still here, still trying, and still finding small reasons to plant something and connect with others. That is actually something worth holding on to. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, subscribe to help me hit my 2,000 video goal. This is my unfiltered diary of solo living in the Philippines. If you would like to support my work and my retirement fund, check out the buy a treat for my pets link in the description. Make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss the next update. Thanks for being part of the journey. Because at the end of the day, all we have is each other.